Hola, and welcome to And Finally with Ribs and Dill.
Yes, he's back from Mexico. And Finally is a weekly digest of light-hearted, bite-sized news.
We have trawled the globe
and quite a lot of the internet
for the funniest news stories, and will now do our best to make them even funnier.
So chill out and relax while we make the news worth listening to. And finally, in Crime That You Pay For, this is the story of the burglar who was forced to pay for something before he could steal anything.
Okay. Was he forced to pay for a balaclava?
No, he was at MacDonald's and he asked them to hand over all the money in the till, but they couldn't open the till until he bought something.
Right, okay.
So, yes.
So he had to actually make a purchase?
Yes.
Did he actually make a purchase?
I don't know, let's see.
Because my favourite part of this story is that he actually handed over a $5.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he ordered a cheeseburger, and when they pushed the button, he handed over a $5, and then he got £136 from the till.
Yeah.
But he actually, the $5 of that was his own money.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Or did he get the $5 back, or did he have to give that to... Did they count the change
from
the 99p
No, we need to give you your
cheeseburger?
change, sir. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just madness. Obviously, they could just press the button and open it.
Of course.
So, was that just them trying to not
Who
let him
knows
steal
what it
some
was?
money?
Yeah, I don't think you actually have to make a purchase.
His note was very to the point.
Is it?
I am armed. Give till cash now.
Did he hand over a note? Like slide a note across the table?
He slammed it on the counter.
Slammed. Do they never gently place the note into the teller's hands, do they?
Excuse me. Yes.
Excuse-moi, I have a thing. Have you ever seen that bungling video of the guy trying to rob a bank in America, where he walks in through a sliding door the wrong way, bangs into the door, gets to the desk, picks the gun out of his pocket and throws the gun, and it goes over the desk.
Oh, no.
To which the bank teller picks it up and is like, and he just legs it into a glass sheet and falls collapsed on the floor.
Oh no, that sounds
brilliant. One of my favourite bank robberies.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so he's robbed a few places in the same day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did a bookmaker's and a hotel as well.
Is that
as
where he got
McDonald's.
his £5 from?
It must have been from the bookies. Yeah. Why would you rob a hotel? Who pays for a hotel in cash?
Yeah, but the bar, I suppose the bar would have money, wouldn't it? Oh no, but most people put it on their tab, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who spends money at a hotel? Like actual money?
Yeah, no one.
Perhaps
he was robbing the safe, though.
Do hotels have a safe?
Yeah, because when people have valuables, they say, can you put it in the safe? Well, they had one in 40 Towers anyway. I don't know if that's real.
As somebody who spent the last 2 weeks in a hotel...
Oh, have you, Neil? Really?
I have.
Yeah.
The safe's all in your room.
Oh, okay.
You get a little safe in your wardrobe, don't you?
True, yeah.
And you put the thing in, you go boop, 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 push hash,
yeah.
and then leave,
hash
and
go,
promptly forget
I'm loaded.
what code you pushed.
Oh.
So you go, oh, no.
Well.
We paid for hotels with cash.
Did you?
Yes, we booked hotels whilst we were staying at a hotel.
I know, you're quite mad.
We are quite mad.
You're like a bungling bank burglar.
I'm worse than bungling bank people because I just didn't make any money back on this at all.
No, just frittered it away.
So we booked a 2-week all-inclusive resort and then got bored and so booked 6 nights at other hotels spread out throughout our holiday.
So you basically paid for an extra week of holiday?
Yes.
Yes.
Did
the hotel think it was weird you weren't there? Did you put you know what you should have done?
What?
You should have put do not disturb on your room. They wouldn't have seen you for 6 days and they'd have probably think you were dead. And you could have put things under your duvet to make it look like dead bodies.
That's quite cruel on the poor chambermaid, isn't it?
Fun though.
Well, we were worried that if we didn't show up for 3 days, they'd think we'd been kidnapped by the cartels.
Oh yeah.
But apparently we're in the wrong part of Mexico for that.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Because you could have been in And Finally story. And finally,
yeah,
2 holiday makers from the UK
kidnapped by the cartels.
Yeah, but not really.
But not really. They tried to smuggle cocaine back in a fat suit, but one of them was too fat to get the fat suit on.
But not so much these days.
Not so much these. All inclusive 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
No, not weighing in for a little while, I must admit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't go very well at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, so we went to quite a lot of hotels, and we never paid with cash.
No.
No
one does, do they? Because then, yeah.
And I did nearly get robbed on holiday.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, it sounds like you willingly give your money away.
Well, I nearly got pickpocketed.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know where in my magical journey I got pickpocketed?
In your trousers?
Well, yes. But London Victoria Station.
Oh, well, there you go then.
2 weeks in Mexico, not a single iota of crime.
Was when you got back?
When we got back, travelling through London Victoria, carrying the case in one hand, and then just suddenly felt something in my back pocket, put my other hand round there, and somebody's hand was in it. I was like, excuse me? But when you're all flustered and trying to, stressed, I've just did a 12-hour flight, and I'm like, ah!
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been pickpocketed.
Well, I haven't successfully. Ha ha!
Yes.
I win another bungling burglar
Yes.
trying to get into my bum.
So the headline for this story, it says cheese burglar, but shouldn't he be a hamburglar? Isn't the hamburglar the nemesis
The hamburger
of
is the McDonald's
Ronald
thing,
McDonald?
isn't it?
Yeah.
He was the thing.
So that's not really that
Was
funny,
he the
is it?
green, the purple one? Or was that Grimace?
I don't know.
Yeah, the hamburglar had a black and white stripy outfit, didn't he? And a face
They're
that was
like
a
a burglar or / Frenchman, depending on which way you look at it.
Frenchman.
And you know what Americans think about the French? Probably it's that.
Cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Yep.
That's what they say.
And, it's a good job that nobody French listens to this,
It
really.
is.
Yeah.
I don't think that of the French.
No, me neither.
I do think they
Obviously
are
not.
cheese-eating.
They are. That is true.
Yes. But
C'est vrai.
I don't think... Oh, now I get where the monkeys comes from.
What?
It's the monkey hanger thing, isn't it, of Sunderland?
What?
Oh, do you not know about Sunderland? and the
Well, I've
monkey
heard of
hangers?
Sunderland.
Okay, so people from Sunderland...
Mm-hmm.
You know, people from Folkestone are called Folkestonians.
Yeah.
And people from Liverpool are called Scousers.
Yeah.
People from Sunderland are called monkey hangers.
Right.
And the reason for this is that in the 1800s, a ship was wrecked off the coast of Sunderland,
Mm-hmm.
and a monkey was swept ashore on a barrel.
Right.
The people of Sunderland tried the monkey as a French spy
Oh.
and found it guilty, and so hung the monkey.
Oh.
So they're now called monkey hangers, which might be why people assume that the French look like monkeys.
Which they don't.
Not particularly.
No.
I mean, if they do, then yours is definitely a great ape.
He's an orangutan.
Yeah, that's no, little monkey, is it? That's
No.
a big monkey. That's
No.
a silverback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does eat cheese, though, it's fair to say.
Everyone loves cheese.
In fact, I was going out for the evening and he went, "Oh, I can get a camembert." Thought you could get one anyway.
You could have shared the camembert.
Well, I don't know. I don't mind. I like eating. It's okay, but it's if it's in the fridge, and every time you open the fridge, it's like some kind of rotting cabbage smell, which puts me off.
Oh, okay.
So you can eat the camembert, but you have to eat it all in one sitting.
Mm.
But he doesn't find that a problem.
No, it's not a problem at all.
No.
I'd love that, but I can't have the bread.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, he did have a French.
Do you know what was not good?
What?
Being a vegetarian in Mexico.
No.
I was
It's worse
very
than being a
surprised.
vegan, though, because there's a lot of cheese and things, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, the vegans just died. Day
Yeah.
2, collapsing. Absolutely no blood sugar going on there.
No.
They served, so each evening they'd serve a vegetable medley that was a mix of
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
uncooked vegetables.
Medley, sorry.
But like a mix of vegetables that should be cooked,
Oh.
but dramatically undercooked.
Oh.
Like, you shouldn't have too much bite in an aubergine.
No, no.
Yeah, not good. And then the rest of the vegetarian stuff was a very large cheese platter, pizza, or pasta covered in some sort of cream sauce.
I would have starved to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have been knackered.
Mm. Well, I always thought Mexican food's quite... But I suppose it's
Once
not
you got
then.
out of the hotel
Yeah,
and into Mexico,
it was
then
fine.
I found loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had vegan burritos, and
Yeah.
they even had like soya burgers and like
Yeah.
stuff like that I could eat. So it was all right.
But in the all-inclusive was really rubbish.
But they do this tamale called a Brazil de Razia or something.
Mm.
2 entire boiled eggs stuck inside a tamale with this tomato sauce on it.
Ew.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, that doesn't sound nice.
No.
And what did Ali think of that pancake with chocolate spread and cheese that I saw him
Oh, it was
eating?
good.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. He didn't so much.
He didn't look like he was enjoying it.
No, he was a bit weirded out by the concept of it.
Yeah, I would.
But once
be.
you move past the concept, a pancake that's then been double cooked so it's tough,
Yeah.
stuffed with Nutella and cheese, Edam to be precise.
Yeah, I couldn't tell because it was very... it's
Stringy.
been grated very stringily, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it was...
It looked like fluffy hair on the top of the
it did.
pancake.
That's called a marguerite. Yeah, but they're really tasty.
Yeah.
Really tasty.
I'm still not sure I'd try one, though.
One of the best things about the hotel, though, was that we became thieves.
You became...
Thieves. Like
Thieves?
this burglar. Like this bumbling burglar.
Did you? But you pay for things and then take them?
Well, you're not allowed to take food out of the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
But we did the whole napkin smuggling trick to get
Oh,
sandwiches
yes.
for our day trips.
Yes.
So, like, at one point, Ali was really proud of himself because he said, I've got loads of food for our day trip. And he had, like, 4 bran muffins.
Woohoo!
I was like, Ali, nobody wants this food. It's no wonder they let you get away with it. Like, nobody was desperate for it. The one thing, though, is that he kept doing this in cloth napkins. And so by the end of the week, we had to return 12 cloth napkins.
Oh, no.
He's like, I'm terribly sorry. We have to have all of these.
I used to stay in this hotel in Helsinki quite a lot before I lived there, when I used to work there. And on the breakfast buffet, there was a sign that said, do not take the food away, but it was only in German.
Why?
I guess the Germans did that and no one else did.
Oh, okay. Did
Yeah.
you do it?
No, I did not. Because why would I want to take away weird bread and ham and cheese?
Because weird bread and cheese is like my diet for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, true.
No, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to the story, do you know which city in the world has the most McDonald's?
No.
Mexico City.
Does it?
Yes. Has more McDonald's than any other city.
And do they have tacos?
I don't know. We didn't.
You didn't even go in there.
We didn't go into a Mexican McDonald's. We didn't go to Mexico City, so But we didn't go to a Mexican McDonald's, which is not something that we normally do on most of our holidays. Going to McDonald's.
Yeah, just to see.
Well, there always comes a point on your holiday where you're like, I'm really hungry and can't be bothered, and I'm on the road and I'm driving.
Yeah.
McDonald's is the easiest option, but we didn't have that this time.
No. Well, it probably would have been in the middle of a hold-up anyway, so,
Probably. And finally, in technological news, news is in this week that certain newspapers are upset that people are no longer phoning each other.
Okay.
So apparently, the new young generation is no longer dealing with daunting phone calls. I did finger puppets there. And is now only texting.
They sound great.
Well, that's
sensible people.
That's our generation.
No, our generation does make phone calls, though.
I desperately try to avoid any phone call.
I don't.
I hate making
Although
phone calls.
lately, I have started making phone calls because obviously I cannot text from the car. I'm in the car a lot now in my new job. Yes. So I have made phone calls.
Okay.
And accepted phone calls. In a kind of panic.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, someone's ringing. Hello.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't like phone calls at all.
No.
I would much rather text.
Yeah, me too.
Much rather.
Have I spoken to you on the phone? No.
I think once I've spoken to you on the phone because I was outside and you wouldn't let me in.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, that was a mistake, wasn't it?
It was a mistake. You did have to let me in after you spoke to me on the phone.
See?
So that's your first error.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like phoning people if I can help it.
No, it's like when you get a new phone, they're trying to upsell you to a new contract, and they're like, you can have 5,000 minutes. You're like, I don't need any minutes at all. Can I have no minutes and 8 million texts? That was back when, we didn't have internet.
Because I don't even text anymore.
No, only WhatsApp.
Like, not text. I WhatsApp.
No, I occasionally
or use
text.
Facebook Messenger. And I don't even call. I use those things to call.
Yeah.
So I'm not using my minutes or things. I'm using those things.
Yeah.
Like, I probably maybe use 1-2 minutes of phone calls a month.
Well, I'm using my minutes now because I can't do WhatsApp calls from the car whilst driving.
Oh.
It's not clever enough to work that out.
No.
So.
Has it got a Bluetoothy doodly dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's got one of those. And you can just push into it and go, phone Ali. And then it goes, phone Mandy? And you're like, no, don't phone Mandy.
What I like is it reads the names out in a weird way when it works out who you're trying to call. And for my son Vincent, it calls him Vassin.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm like, calling Vassin. I'm like, okay.
And
Christoph is
Ali.
Oh, yeah. It's very phonetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, always makes me laugh.
Which is a problem because my little brother is known as Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're Scouts, so he's Ali, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm like, phone Ali. And it's like phoning Ali. And I'm like, wait, did you get it right? Did you
Which
know
one
this?
is going to answer the phone? Yes.
Yeah. Who is going to pick up? Not that I ever phone my little brother.
No.
Wait, I've got texts.
Exactly. I haven't spoken to him.
I have multiple means of modern
Well, as you know, I haven't
communication.
spoken to my sister for, I don't know, 10 years on the phone, probably.
I just thought you hadn't spoken to her in 10 years. I thought it was going to be one of those heartwarming, touching pieces
No.
where we reunite.
No, I talk to her on text and Facebook, but phones don't like phones.
Even like when I do make a phone call or a video call or something, like
a video call. Oh.
Well, I have friends in China, and it's nice to see them and chat to them.
Yeah.
So I do a video call occasionally on like a Saturday morning when I look like death, and I'm like we chat for like 3-4 hours on Skype.
Yeah.
But that's the only time.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I suppose that's like hanging out then, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, because that's what you want—the feeling of hanging out.
Yeah.
But apparently, 6% of Britons don't make any phone calls at all.
Well, I hadn't until I got this driving
job. You got the new fancy car.
Yeah.
And apparently, because of this, we can now type with our thumbs at a rate of knots.
Oh, yes, we covered that when you were away.
Did you?
Yes, lots of people can do 80 words a minute with their thumbs. I reckon you probably could, because you're very fast.
I can definitely do 80 words a minute with my thumbs.
Yeah.
But this story says phones using a two-thumb technique can hit a blistering 38 words per minute.
Well, this is obviously wrong, because the study published last week said it was 80 words a week, and it was the same newspaper.
I can definitely do more than 38 words per minute.
Yeah.
I could definitely do that. Particularly if I've got the super-duper keyboard on.
Oh, and this is so out of date as well, because it says that people use abbreviations such as TXT for text, and U, the letter U for you, and L8R for later. No, they don't. People
They
write
did in the 90s.
They did back then. They
Yeah.
don't do it now, do they?
Because in the 90s you got charged per text.
Yeah, and also you only had a few characters per text as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise it went into the next one.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what, so if you use too many, you got like 3 texts.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Whereas now,
Now you can write whatever you like, can't you?
yeah, no one gives the monkeys. Just
No.
type away. Blah,
No
blah,
one's
blah,
reading
blah.
it anyway.
Yes. The other bit I like is that apparently the people who make the longest phone calls are Liverpudlians.
Oh, because they
Or
can't get a word in edgeways. Can
Well,
they?
I was going to say, I find it a bit weird because I thought, given my accent when I'm in my Liverpool accent, like, that we'd actually have the shortest phone calls because we can have an entire conversation really quickly. But I suppose you're right, we don't let anyone get a word in edgeways, do we?
didn't
just
speak
talk and
at all
talk and
then.
talk. Don't speak, it's my turn. I thought if it was going to be anyone, it would be Brummies from Birmingham.
Because they're
who
so
took the
slow.
longest,
Yeah.
Because their
Yeah.
conversations would drag.
But you see, Finnish people would have very quick conversations because
they?
they just say the thing they want to say and that would be it.
Oh, very brisk.
Yes.
I'd like that though. If you just phoned up and be like, "You have a thing,"
Yes.
done.
Well, I like that. I don't. When I ring my son from the car,
Mm-hmm.
neither of us speaks really, and then often I go, "Are you still there?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Why are you phoning him from the car then?
I'm phoning him to say something like, "Do you want something from the supermarket?"
Mm-hmm.
And he always says no. And then when I get home, about an hour later, he goes, "Oh, there's nothing to eat."
Ah.
You know, it's the usual.
Why are you letting him choose what to eat?
Well, not just in case there's something he particularly wants. He did
No,
say he said
just give him-
sausages today. I did buy sausages.
Sausages.
Not that I have a clue about buying sausages, so who knows if I bought good ones.
Linda McCartney.
He doesn't like vegetarian sausages.
There can't be much of her left at this point, can there?
No,
Mm.
I bought some of hers actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, another pack. Yeah, I've eaten. I must have eaten her several times over by now.
What do vegetarians and worms have in common?
Don't know.
They're both eating Linda McCartney. It's a dreadful joke, and she's
It
been dead
is.
long enough that they're probably not anymore.
No, probably not. I
Mm.
don't know though. Actually, she's in a very sturdy coffin.
Is she?
Well, if she is, I don't know what
Did
she's
you
in.
see it?
No, I
Were
didn't.
you there?
No,
Are you the woman on the grassy knoll who took out Linda McCartney?
no.
Mm.
It was a poison sausage.
Poisoned sausage, was it? Is that why? You can't poison vegetarian food. Vegetarian food can't kill you in the same way.
Yes, it can. You can get salmonella from lettuce.
Yes, but you can't. You can get it from rice. I know rice is the most common cause, isn't it?
You could
Reheated
choke
rice.
to death on an undercooked aubergine.
Oh no! I suppose you could choke to death on an undercooked aubergine.
Dicing with death. Would they be diced? Wouldn't it be
They'd have
dicing
to be
with
diced,
death?
wouldn't
Yeah. Dicing with
Mm.
death then.
Yes.
I explained that. That didn't work really, did it?
No, because you explained it.
I explained it. I should have just said it and then it would have been funny. Oh well.
So
live
would
and
you say
learn.
that you are part of the quarter of people who make less than 5 phones?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you're like phoning your son, going, "What do you want?" and he's ignoring you for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
and
all.
you're like,
That's the only phone call I have.
There goes
though.
my phone bill.
Or in the mornings when I'm driving to work, I think, "Oh, it's piano lesson day," and I ring him and go, "It's piano lesson day," and he goes, "I know," and that's it.
Does he not go, "I forgot to pack my piano"?
No, luckily there's one there.
Do they
you
supply
use.
the piano?
They do.
I think
Yeah.
that'd be more fun if they made the kids carry the pianos to school
Yeah.
on piano lesson
Drag
day.
it along.
Like if
Yeah.
you forget your gym kit, then you have to do it. If you have piano, you have to do it on a Casio.
Yeah. Well, he is doing that at home.
Oh.
They've given him a keyboard.
Oh, they've given him a keyboard.
Well, it's not forever. I mean, lent it to him.
It's quite
Yeah.
a posh school, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite expensive piano lessons as well,
Yeah.
though, so you know.
When anyone in my school wants to have a go at it, we had to share.
Yeah.
We had one horn between 30 of us.
Ew.
I know. Spit valve.
Oh, yeah, look lower. That is the problem with those instruments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Grim.
Minging.
Minging. Yeah.
Did you ever learn an instrument?
I did. I learned the viola.
The viola?
Well, I played the violin to start with, but
Right.
then the teacher noticed my enormous hands,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Oh, your hands are so large. You'd be a great player. You'd be a great viola player." But what she really meant was, we haven't got any viola players in the orchestra, so you're doing it.
Did your school have an orchestra?
Yes, I hated it every second.
Oh, wow. An orchestra.
It's awful for someone who's really shy
Mm.
to be forced to be in an orchestra when you are the only viola player, and you hate it.
Why? Did you have to do viola
Because they
solos?
do, yeah. Well, no, but they, you know, when you've obviously not been in an orchestra, so.
I'm from Liverpool, love.
All right. Well, anyway, they go, "All right, can we just listen to the first violin's part? Can we just listen to the oboe's part? Can we listen to the viola's part?" You're like, "Oh God!" So I'm just playing really badly in front of everybody. It's awful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hate it. Hate.
Mm. No, we all learnt the recorder.
Oh, yes.
In case there was some sort of emergency where everyone had to play the recorder.
Mhm.
I needed to do 3 blind mice.
Oh, yes.
That was what we had
That's
to
very
do.
important.
3
yes.
blind mice. And then we had the option of learning the keyboard.
Mm.
But nobody took it up.
No.
No, because the teacher was 127.
Uh-huh.
And she was very mean.
Oh.
So none of us did keyboard.
No. I mean, I did viola and I didn't... I've got one. I bought one eventually. But then I've never really played it since.
We do play the mandolin and the guitar and
Yeah, all quite badly.
the ukulele.
Only enough to be able to play silly songs.
Yes. That's all you really need in life, though, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
And finally, in No Fun for Anyone news, this is the news that the outgoing Chief Medical Officer, Dame Sally Davis, has said that snacking should be banned on all public transport.
So it's Professor Dame Sally Davis.
You...
And one of the things that really interests me is when you get 2 or 3 honorifics, how do you decide the order?
Well, there must be like,
There's a guide.
Yeah.
But I think Dame Professor sounds better than
Professor
Professor
Dame.
Dame.
Yeah, that sounds like a pantomime character.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Professor Dame!
Yeah.
Yes, very much
Lovely.
sort of the
Have
Felicity
you ever
voice.
done panto? You'd be great.
I have never done panto.
You should do it. You'd
I'd
be
make a
really
good widow
good.
twanky,
You
wouldn't I?
really would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
back to the story.
she wants to ban children eating crisps on...
Well, she wants to ban all snacking.
Mm.
But I like snacking on public transport.
I do snack on public transport because I am fat. But I dislike snacking on public transport.
But I am thin, and I snack on public transport.
Yeah, but you're just weird. But it's because, I don't mind so long as the snacks don't smell
Yes.
or aren't crumbly or flaky. Because I don't want to sit in somebody's old cheese pasty.
No.
And I don't want to sit there smelling some sort of garlic.
My main problem with snacking on public transport is the noise.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to be doing the noise.
Is it the open mouth chewing or is it the rustling of the pack?
It's the open mouth chewing, the rustling of the packs. Please stop it. It's all of those things. And it reminds me of when I was at university, I was revising in the library because my house was too noisy. And there was all these little cubicles, but with no roofs. And I could hear someone eating crisps. And it was really annoying because of him going... So eventually I stood up and went, whoever is eating crisps with you, stop it right now. And they stopped for a little while, and then I could hear... And they were sucking the crisps, which was worse.
How do you suck a crisp?
I guess you put it in your mouth and then sort of wait for it to...
dissolve. Oh.
I mean, just no.
Do you know the worst thing I've ever seen done to crisps?
I do not want to know.
It's a culinary thing.
Okay.
I saw my nan on my dad's side once told me that she likes salt and vinegar crisps, but they only had normal crisps, plain crisps at the shop.
You put vinegar on them.
She put vinegar
and
on
they'd be all
them.
soggy.
Yeah, they went all soggy.
No.
She'd do it with all of her crisps, and then
Really?
she'd shake the bag and be like, "Oh, they're great." I'm like, "They're soggy, vinegary crisps."
They're like wet potato slices.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing. They're called crisps. That's
Yeah,
a
they're
hint.
meant to be crisp.
Yes.
Crisp. I like the
Yes.
word crisp.
I can't
So
do
the
that.
opposite of the word moist, isn't it?
It is. So
Yeah.
she was making moists.
Yeah.
Would you like a line of my moist?
Do you want a moist?
No, thanks.
Do you want a moist?
Ooh.
So basically, this woman has decided that she should ban all children from eating.
But then she's gone on about snacks, and then she says about... I heard her on the radio, and she was saying, because they have up to 12 spoons of sugar in their snacks a day. I thought, well, I'm not necessarily eating sugary snacks.
Yes, you are.
I might be eating raw...
Yes, but small
beef
children are not
jerky.
eating hummus with carrots, are they?
No, but there's sugar in those anyway. As
There's
I
sugar
said
in
that,
everything. That's
I
how
thought...
food works.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to be able to take my son to London to his dad's, and then when I get back on the train, I want a bag of Veggie Colin the Caterpillars sours, and I want to be able to sit and eat those all nicely,
Oh, okay. I'm sure you can sit and eat those all nicely.
while my teeth slowly dissolve.
Yes.
Because
They
they do
are.
something weird to my teeth, those.
Well, because they're like 90% sugar, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's not this. The normal Colin the Caterpillars are fine. It's
they're
the
not veggie?
sour... No, the veggie ones, but the sour ones, it's them.
Okay.
The fizzy ones.
Oh.
They're really nice, but afterwards my teeth hurt.
Oh.
And I know I shouldn't eat them, but...
If your teeth hurt, then you probably shouldn't.
But they're so good.
I need to get a dentist.
Oh,
I've lived in Folkestone now for 2 years. I do not have a dentist.
that's bad.
I know. I haven't seen a dentist in 2 years.
Hmm.
It's really bad, isn't it?
No Veggie Colin the Caterpillars for you.
Well, I can't find a dentist.
This episode has been sponsored by...
Colgate.
No, it hasn't.
Veggie Colin the Caterpillars.
M&S.
M&S?
No, that's where they come from.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
These aren't just any Veggie Colin the Caterpillars. These
They
are
are
teeth-meltingly shocking.
meltingly good, yes.
Veggie Colin the Caterpillars. Yes. I don't know, like, yeah.
But this is the whole thing about this banning snacking. She means on all public transport. So what if you're getting a train from London to Edinburgh? That's quite a long time not to eat.
Diabetic?
What if you're diabetic?
There you go. You can't really do this, Dame Professor.
No. What if you're
Major
hungry?
General Tally.
What if you're pregnant?
Yeah, with your preggers and you've just fancy a snack and you've got a craving
or
for
you're breastfeeding and you need to keep your
that baby shouldn't be
input up.
snacking.
Oh yeah, I didn't
That
I didn't mean it like that. But yes,
Shouldn't be snacking, naughty baby.
And also, children actually are supposed to snack a bit.
Are they?
Because they can't eat enormous meals because they're only small, and they do need to eat in between meals.
Do they?
They do. Right, they don't need to eat Colin the Caterpillars, granted.
That's true. Yeah. Do you think you could just not give them snacks and you get really skinny children?
Yeah, probably.
That'd be great. And then you could train them to sneak through gaps and open doors. And they could, be your little burglary buddy.
Oh, yeah. Then you could send to McDonald's.
Yeah.
They'd still have to buy something, though.
They wouldn't. You don't need to buy anything over the till.
No, because they could sneak underneath and then press the button themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. And they wouldn't notice. That's what I need to do. Sorry, am I boring you, Neil, there? You're yawning your head off.
I was just yawning because you were coughing. It's destabilised the air pressure in the room.
Sorry.
That's what yawn's about.
Oh.
So you don't know that's why we yawn?
Is it?
No. Nobody knows why we yawn.
No, we just do.
Yep, it's a vestigial response that nobody really understands.
But it didn't work on me, so I'm not yawning.
Well, that's because I didn't yawn properly.
No, don't do it now, because I feel like I can get my phone coming on. No, stop it.
I tried to fake a yawn then.
That didn't look good. Just like you were trying to eat the microphone.
Turn to a real yawn. I yawn all the time. And I yawn at work and I do this thing where I keep my mouth closed and I try and not look like I'm yawning.
Oh, then you look really bizarre.
Having a stroke. Because patients look at me like, you're like, definitely fine. Don't feel really guilty about it. But sometimes you just got to yawn, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I had like 3 hours sleep last night, so I've been yawning all day.
Did you? Is it because you're jet lagged?
No, it's because I've broken my finger.
Oh. Well, what are you doing with it at night? Don't tell me.
Well, I tried it in the splint for a bit last night, and then I tried it out the splint. It was just aching and throbbing all night. And I think because I was on holiday in Mexico, I don't know if I told anyone, they have tramadol over the counter there.
Yeah.
And so I was sleeping like a baby.
Oh, now you're addicted.
I'm not addicted. I was only having it
You're
at night.
addicted to painkillers.
I was having one at night to help me get to sleep because of the pain.
Oh, yeah, but now you're addicted to that.
I'm not addicted.
Not really addicted, but you're used to getting to sleep like that.
No, I think it's just that it's hurting more
You've
now.
forgotten how to sleep.
I've forgotten how to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't think you can forget how to sleep.
No.
Although there is a condition called fatal familiar insomnia where you don't sleep anymore and you die.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah,
have you read Stephen King's Insomnia?
No.
Fantastic book.
I've never read any Stephen King.
What?
I've never read a Stephen King novel.
Why not?
I dislike horror.
Oh yeah, maybe you wouldn't like it then.
Hmm.
Although, to be fair, Insomnia isn't particularly horrifying. It's more interesting.
It's weird. I don't mind things like vampires and werewolves and all that sort of stuff, but when it just goes into pure evil
So
horror.
have you watched The Shining?
Oh yeah, I've watched The Shining.
Are you looking forward to Doctor Sleep coming out?
Doctor Sleep?
It's the sequel.
There's a sequel to The Shining?
Yes.
How'd you do a sequel to The Shining?
It's amazing. It's basically the kid grown up.
And he's now Doctor Sleep.
No, he's not. I won't give it away anyway, but I've read the book. It's brilliant. And they're making the film now. And the director has made a complete replica of the Overlook Hotel.
Really?
Yes, because he's mad.
Uh-huh.
Like, really precise replica. And Ewan McGregor's in it.
Ooh.
So what's not to like?
Is he playing the grown-up kid?
Yes.
Because that's a look I can really see, actually, imagining that kid.
Yeah.
Because he is Ewan McGregor as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I can't wait for that.
Oh,
It's going to be
sounds
great.
good, actually.
I would have gone to see it anyway, but now it's got Ewan McGregor in it. It's ticking 2 of my boxes.
I haven't, well, you need to tick 1 box, darling. I haven't seen it yet.
No. Oh, I have. I didn't. It was alright. It wasn't scary at all.
My favourite Stephen King film adaptation is The Mist.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's great. I mean, I can't spoil it. It's been out for years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But right at the end, he has to shoot his entire family, and the mist clears and everything's fine just after he's shot everyone he loves.
Nice.
It's the best.
Oh.
Quite enjoyed that scene. It was weird.
Yeah. Cheerful.
Yeah. What was the last film you watched?
Aquaman.
You're just watching that on repeat, aren't you? So, like, is she banning snacks just on public transport, or does she ban snacks in, like, the cinema?
Oh, she didn't mention the cinema. She just talked about public transport.
Do you think she just had, like, a really bad commute in one day?
Yeah, maybe.
Someone was chewing loudly
Yeah,
in
she
front
just
of
doesn't
her.
like the noise. Because I've got a white noise app now, so when I go on the train, I listen to that.
It's a white noise.
Well, actually, I don't. I listen to cats purring.
Can you just listen to music like a normal person?
doesn't even occur to me.
An audio book.
I didn't even know because I want to read. So I'm trying to read, but all I can hear is and people talking and otherwise enjoying themselves.
How dare they?
So,
how very dare they?
So I listen to a cat purring, which I find very calming.
Okay. Yeah, get some music.
I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
Weird, eh?
Very weird. I can see the problem that childhood obesity is an epidemic at the moment. There is. I don't like the word epidemic for childhood obesity.
No.
It doesn't sound right. But there is a big problem with it, and we need to deal with it. But I think
this is not the way.
Is not the way to deal with it.
No, and specifically on public transport.
Yeah.
I think they're probably eating them at other times as well.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's not just on the bus.
I think we just need more education, and we need to educate parents.
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like, oh, if I give them sugar, then they'll be mad for 5 minutes, and then they'll crash.
Which is
and nonsense. I'll get a nap.
Which is nonsense.
Sugar crash is not a real thing.
Sugar hyper isn't a thing.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh.
It's just rubbish. Like when they say kids get hyperactive at parties because they've eaten loads of sugar, isn't it? It's because they're in a room with 15 other children.
Oh.
That's why. It's all nonsense.
It is. It's all bunkum, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Dame Professor Sally Major Smith should know this.
Yes, and she will not get my Colin the Caterpillars from me.
And finally, in homosexual lawsuit news, this is the news this week that a Russian gentleman is suing Apple for turning him gay.
The fruit, I don't think, did that. I think it was the opposite of what the apple did, was to make men have sex with women.
Was it? I thought they were having sex merrily, Adam and Eve. Yes. Anyway, it's Adam and Steve, not Adam and Eve. But apparently this Russian gentleman bought a new iPhone and then used it to purchase bitcoins.
Right.
But unfortunately, he was returned 69 gay coins.
Oh.
And they came with the message, don't judge without trying. And so he thought to himself, indeed, how can I judge without trying? And he has since been in a committed same-sex relationship. And now
Are you just making this up?
Nope. And now he wishes to sue Apple.
But
they turned him gay.
The Bitcoin bit.
No,
that's true.
That's what this gentleman has claimed.
Madness.
In his lawsuit.
Okay.
Against Apple.
Right.
Yeah.
And what does he want from Apple?
Well, I think he'd like money and maybe not to be arrested by the Russian government.
It seems to me it's very silly to be standing up and saying this all.
He says that he is now mired in intimacy with a member of my own sex and cannot get out. Like, that's a bondage relationship if you ever had one.
Yes.
Like, just leave, darling, leave. Yes. You don't have to put your penis anywhere you don't want to put your penis.
Oh dear. Yes. But he does, because Apple's turned him gay.
But this leads me quite nicely onto a favourite topic of mine.
What, being gay?
Being gay is one of my favourite topics. Yes. But the other one is frivolous lawsuits.
Oh, right, yes.
I'm a big fan of the Stellar Awards.
The Stellar Awards.
So the Stellar Awards are an annual award ceremony for the most frivolous lawsuits.
Okay.
And they've previously been won by the group of people who sued McDonald's for making them fat. And they're named after a woman called Stella who burned herself on McDonald's coffee. And she is the reason that McDonald's coffee contains the warning label that says, warning, this coffee may be hot.
Yes.
Yes. And what I like about that is that when you say that, people go, oh, what a stupid woman burning herself on McDonald's coffee. But it turns out that actually, in the state where she lived, McDonald's was serving its coffee at 120 degrees.
That is quite hot.
Past boiling point.
Yes.
And so it was serving it way hotter than it was legally allowed to serve coffee at. Because customers were complaining that by the time they got home, their coffee was cold.
Ah.
And she had got her coffee, put it in between the legs, between her legs and the car.
Ouchie.
And then slammed on. Well, I think it was her son who was driving. And the coffee had gone all over her legs and given her 3rd-degree burns.
Oh, God.
And of course, she lived in America. So the only way to pay her medical bills
is to sue
was
someone.
to sue.
Yes.
Yeah. So the other one that is an interesting case for the Stellar Awards is a woman who was wandering around a furniture shop, tripped over a child and broke her arm.
Right.
And sued the furniture shop.
For having a child.
For allowing the child to run rampant around the furniture shop.
Surely you should sue the parents.
Well, this is where it gets weird. Because that's what you hear from the story and you think that's unusual. But it turns out that the furniture shop is owned by her sister. And the child was her nephew.
Oh my God.
But the reason she sued was because the furniture shop had insurance and she didn't. So by suing the furniture shop, the insurance could pay out and treat her broken arm.
So basically, everything in America, they sue because they haven't got insurance.
Yeah, that's where this compensation culture comes from. It's slowly making its way into the UK now. It's like, have you been neglected in a medical accident?
I always think that when people like sue because they've broken their arm, somebody told me about that recently. A friend of mine, I can't remember who it was or where they worked, but wherever they worked was being sued by somebody who'd broken their arm.
Right.
And I thought, is their arm fixed? Yes. Is it still working perfectly fine? Yes. Well, why are they suing? Just to get money?
Well, yeah.
Because there's no other reason, is there?
And unless you've physically broke their arm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've neglectfully left a floor soaking wet, then...
Yeah, but still, if they're okay...
Yeah, but it's 6 months off work, isn't it?
Well, you've just made that figure up.
I have, yeah.
The 6 months, well, depends on what they got, I suppose.
Well, yeah, if they've got a badly broken arm, then it's a, period of time off work.
Yeah, but not 6 months. You can go to work with a broken arm.
Well, it depends what you do.
Yeah.
If you're a spot welder, probably not.
I was going to say coal miner, but yeah.
Coal miner.
But yeah, bet spot welder is probably more likely to exist still.
Yeah.
See, everything I say is in the past.
It is. It's in the past. But, like people suing for frivolous reasons, I think.
Yeah. I suppose if I broke my arm now, I wouldn't be able to work. I'd probably sue. Yeah. I wouldn't.
The thing I like about this story is obviously that he's suing for something making him gay. Which is sort of implying that being gay is slightly wrong and weird.
Yeah.
And I've recently decided that if it comes to it, I am going to phone in work homosexual. I'm just going to be like, I'm terribly sorry. I can't come in today because I'm gay.
Yeah.
The Daily Mail thinks I'm sick. I think that'd be great to just phone in gay. Everyone who's gay should phone in gay.
Yeah.
At least once in their life.
So I can't come out.
I'm coming out.
Except not.
I can't come out.
I'm staying in.
I've been trapped in a closet for a week.
Yes.
I was trying to go back in. Unfortunately, I got stuck.
Yeah.
I was too big for the closet.
You need a double.
I didn't need some sort of double. I didn't have them, so I had a small closet, and I burst it very quickly.
Yeah. So you had to tell people.
It was too fabulous.
Yeah.
Too fabulous. And you can't push this amount of fabulous back into a closet.
Once it's out.
It's out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah. Pringles are bad.
We shouldn't be eating them on buses and trains, apparently.
No. Well, that would be a terrible thing to eat on buses and trains. They'd make a mess. They smell.
Also, because I'm such a big person, I hate Pringles because the tubes are now too large, too small for my massive
They are.
hands.
It's really annoying. You can't get your hands in.
Can't get in there.
Tip them up. Yeah. Also, they make me feel terribly ill. But
do they?
Yeah.
Is it because they're just gluten?
Yeah, probably.
I like Pringles.
I love them.
I like Pringles a lot.
I ate a whole tube once. Oh, it was a glorious day.
Bless you.
What?
Who doesn't eat a whole tube?
It's about 2,000 calories in a whole tube.
I eat a whole tube of Pringles every time I get a tube of Pringles. That's why I bought a tube of Pringles.
Really?
If I wanted somebody else to have Pringles, I would have bought 2 tubes of Pringles, and then I would have ran away and ate them both. I'm not sharing. These things are single portion. That's what you don't understand.
But they're not.
Ben and Jerry's, that's a single portion in a tub.
No.
Pringles, single portion in a tub. 4-pack of Mars bars, single portion in a pack.
It's clearly 4 people's.
Nope, that's for one person who is very hungry and is desperately trying to keep doctors away.
I had this friend at university, and because she
I'm
was...
surprised at that.
Thank you. I had more than one friend, I'd like to clarify. But this particular friend, she was always on a diet. So she used to buy things like Mars bars. Obviously, she wasn't very good at being on a diet. And she used to cut them in half and give half to me. So I had loads of free chocolate all through university.
Yeah, that's rubbish at dieting.
Yeah.
Don't buy the Mars bars.
Yeah, don't buy them at all.
Don't buy the Marsy bars.
But I wasn't obviously going to tell her that because I was getting free Mars bars.
That's fair enough.
She's my chocolate dealer.
Yeah, we've got like a chocolate dealer.
But maybe I should have just sued her for making me addicted to Mars bars.
Are you addicted to Mars bars? I've never seen you eat a Mars bar.
I'm not actually. I like Mars bars, but only if they're really cold.
Okay, so that's like saying
because
I'm addicted to the sea, but I've never been in.
Oh no. Because Mars bars, the caramel bit sticks in your teeth.
Yes, that's the point of it.
I don't like that.
Oh, so you like them to be like frozen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever chopped a Mars bar really thin, freeze it, and then chop it up really thin? That's nice.
Is it?
And then if you put it in butterscotch Angel Delight and mix it all together, you can call it Martian Pudding.
Martian Pudding?
Yeah. That's copyright me. I made that up.
You made up Martian Pudding.
When I was in the Girl Guides, I made that up. That was
my
my recipe because I'm
badge.
really not very good at cooking.
When I was in the Scouts, we had to do a thingy badge, a cooking badge, and I made chocolate biscuits with a peppermint cream centre.
Look at you.
It was amazing, and I put food colouring in to make the peppermint green centre really bright green, so like a luminous green centre on these biscuits.
Yum.
They were gorgeous.
No, Martian Pudding. You heard it here first.
A poor woman named Labrador Retriever has been shot by her puppy called
woman?
Lisa Springer.
I think you may have got that the wrong way around.
Do you think?
Although Springer is a kind of dog as well.
Isn't it? But basically, this woman called Lisa Springer was driving around the US when her Labrador Retriever shot her in the thigh.
Oh.
Yes. Revenge!
Was he annoyed because the kibble was bad?
Who knows, but apparently he jumped up and landed on the gun, which then discharged.
She was driving around with a loaded gun.
Yeah.
Well, serves her right, doesn't it?
This is what I love about America, though. It's amazing, isn't it? 'Cause it's just like, I'm going to drive around with a loaded gun.
That could be shot by a dog.
Yeah, the dog jumped and it discharged into her thigh.
Oh, what sort of gun was it?
It was a .22 caliber.
I don't know.
.22.
That means nothing to me.
It was a .22 caliber pistol.
Is that like a shooty? Yeah, pistol.
I don't know.
Shooty gun.
Why
Because
would
that
I
narrows
have
it down,
guns?
doesn't it?
I'm petrified of guns.
Me too.
Every time I see them, I freak out.
Unless they're laser guns.
That was fun.
Laser.
We got pulled over by the Mexican military.
Did they have laser guns?
No, they had M16s.
Scary.
They had large assault rifles.
What were you doing wrong?
Nothing. They'd have these roadside checks and they demanded to search the entire car.
Oh no.
We had to get all of our luggage out and they went through the boot and they went through the back and they went down behind the seats and everything in case we were smuggling cocaine.
Oh.
Which we weren't smuggling cocaine.
No.
Not at all.
No.
But we did get offered a lot of weed in Mexico.
Did you?
Yeah. We went to pick up our rental car at 10 a.m.
Hmm.
And whilst we were walking through the streets, people were like, tequila? I'd be like, it's 10 a.m. Why? And then
Good
they go,
God.
oh, okay, weed. I'm like, if I didn't want tequila, why would I
Or
want
maybe they were
weed?
like, oh, they're still sleepy. They just want something calm.
But guns really scare me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, me too.
I had to get out of the car with this guy pointing an M16 at us
Yeah.
to nearly poop myself.
I'll take a Labrador wielding a gun. That's even more scary.
Well, there's that old saying.
Your best friend shot you. I mean, come
but
on.
There's that old National Rifle Association saying, isn't there?
Is
It's just
there?
guns don't kill people. People kill people.
That is true.
Not when you're giving a Labrador a gun.
No, dogs kill people.
Yeah.
And other people kill people. But generally when they've got a gun.
Yes.
Yes.
It does make it much easier for a Labrador puppy to murder
Yeah.
someone if you give it a loaded gun.
Yeah, I think a Labrador puppy would be hard-pressed to murder someone otherwise.
You could lick it to death.
I mean, they've got little sharp teeth, but, you know, I don't think...
Allergy sufferers.
They'd probably fall asleep before they manage to finish you off.
They probably would.
They're so cute, puppies.
They're really adorable.
Yeah.
I want a puppy.
I wonder if this one got put down for being bad.
I don't think it did. I think it's a woman's fault, isn't it?
Shot in the thigh, ow.
Whilst driving.
Did she crash?
Well, it doesn't say.
Oh.
The story basically ends there.
Oh, that's it.
I just thought it was a good story, really.
It is.
There's lots of stories on this website that I found recently.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it. And the next story down is a story that I'm like, duh. So basically, a 21-year-old law student has sold pictures of her feet to older men who pay her large amounts of money for them.
Oh. Could
And
I
I'm like,
do that?
Have you got nice feet?
No.
Well, then probably not.
I've got feet, though.
You've got feet, though. That's it. I think they're going to be nice feet. I don't know how you define a nice foot.
My feet are all right. I hate all feet, to be fair.
I hate all feet.
My feet are not, like, I haven't got all horrible calluses and bumps and everything on them.
My biggest shock about this story, though, is that people didn't know that was happening.
What, people were saying foot pictures?
Yeah.
Or that foot fetishes?
Yeah, like the
is a
people
thing.
would pay for pictures of bits of... Like, sugar daddies exist, and they'll pay for basically whatever you want them to pay. Just find the right one.
Yeah, I didn't think you had to give them things, sugar daddies. I thought they gave you things.
Well, you're only sending a picture of your foot.
Yeah, I know, but...
You're not going out of your way,
But why
are
is that a sugar daddy? Why is that not just anybody who's got a foot fetish?
Well, porn.
Yeah.
Just buying their porn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you, actually, on that point. But yes, apparently this is a story in a newspaper that Amy then spent £1,000 on clothes for her and her friends after making the agreement with a sugar daddy who is known only as Richard.
Sounds like a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does sound like a bit of a dick.
Just pictures of her feet. Weird.
But you see it all the time.
I've been looking
It's
at a
on
lot of...
Twitter and Tumblr all
I've
the time.
looked at a lot of pictures of feet this week, actually.
Have you?
Yes.
Why have you been looking at lots of pictures of feet this week?
Because I've been trying to buy some new shoes.
Right.
And I'm buying Barefoot Shoes.
So
and
they show them in
Barefoot
feet.
shoe websites have a lot of pictures of people's feet.
Right.
To
In
show
the
you-
shoes.
No, not in the shoes. To show you how their feet are now naturally shaped and happy.
Feet in shoes not naturally shaped?
If you wear normal shoes, no, because your toes get all squished up.
Oh.
See, my toes are quite splayed out now.
So is these those horrible shoes that have the individual toe holes?
Oh, no, I haven't bought those.
Right, okay.
I couldn't, because my second toe is so much longer than my first toe that I couldn't wear those.
Right.
I'm
so what do these
too
shoes
much of a
do then
freak.
that my shoes don't do?
Well, they have a wide toe box. It's the official.
A wide toe box.
Yes, which means your toes can splay out.
I bet Richard has a wide toe box.
Maybe he's got a box of toes.
Ooh.
No, it's so your toes can splay out, so you can walk like when you're barefoot, so you're walking like you're barefoot, but in a shoe. Because the shoes have got very thin
stuff. Then
nope, they've got very thin soles as well.
That sounds awful. I hate thin-soled shoes. I can feel everything underneath.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No, because then when you hit those, I know that they're there for a reason, but you hit those little bubbles on the street that are designed for blind people.
They are a little bit painful, but
you're like ow, 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 ow.
But after a while, you start walking differently in barefoot shoes.
Oh,
instead of like
to stop your feet touching the floor because the shoes are so rubbish.
No, instead of like banging your heel down, which is what you do when you wear shoes with soft soles, you walk more like you would when you're barefoot. So sort of walking on the midfoot a bit more.
And that's better.
It is. Well, I've been doing it now for about 2 months.
Well, you've never stopped walking. It's amazing.
What?
You've just been walking for 2 months.
No, I've been wearing barefoot shoes for 2 months.
You're wearing socks right now.
I know, but
Do those shoes
I'm
not
indoors.
stink? Oh.
I have had to wash them a few times. But the shoes that I'm trying to buy, unsuccessfully, I can wear socks with. So
okay.
hopefully they won't smell so bad. Well, I could wear socks with my other ones, but they look ridiculous. So I haven't managed to solve that yet.
The ridiculous sock look. Is it like a socks and sandals?
The ones I've got at the moment, they're summer shoes really, and they look silly with socks. So I've been wearing no socks and then putting socks on when I get in.
That weird sockless look that is currently a thing.
Yeah, it just makes it look like you've forgotten to wash your socks.
Yeah, but what you have to do is
wear little mini socks.
Little not even like trainer socks. They're like smaller than trainer socks.
But where do you get those in men's sizes?
I got mine from the Vans store.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking they would work with my other barefoot shoes.
But you have men's feet.
But I need men's size socks because socks squish your feet up as well. So I have to buy them in big sizes.
No, I've got them in size 13s.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Size 12 to 15 they are.
Jesus.
My little sock things. Because they're in groupings, aren't they, sizes?
Yeah.
But yes, I've got them. And they look really cute with my yellow shoes.
Oh.
My bright yellow Vans.
Oh. Okay, well that's good to know.
Yes.
Solve that problem.
It did.
Yes.
I'm glad I could help. Would you like me to go to the last story on this link?
Go on then.
Okay, so the last story on this link has 3 stories on each link, which I quite like.
Yeah.
The last story is that a escaped goat smashed its way into a house and took a nap in the bathroom.
Oh.
I think that's kind of cute.
Are you kidding?
Oh. At least it wasn't horny.
Oh, maybe it was.
But yes, apparently, following an online appeal, the goat's sheepish owner arrived and drove the well-rested animal home to a farm.
Oh. Did you know that sheep and goat bones are very difficult to tell apart? They're very similar.
Sheep and goat bones?
I know this because I did a dissertation on them. It was really interesting.
Okay.
It wasn't.
No.
I did a dissertation on disease in sheep and bone. Sheep and goats. Sheep and goat skeletons.
Right.
From archaeological sites.
Okay.
It was very uninteresting. Basically, you could tell that they'd been, I've forgotten the term now, when they tie their legs together so they can't run away.
Oh, okay.
So you could see that on the skeletons.
Right.
That's pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah.
It
was a waste of life, really. You can tell loads of things from bones. You can tell, on human skeletons, it's fascinating. You can tell if they've got syphilis, all kinds of things, anemia,
I like
everything.
how you very first went to syphilis.
Well, because that's the most exciting one.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're excited by syphilis?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Only in skeletons.
Only in skeletons. Skeletal syphilis.
Yes.
Do you become skeletal if you get syphilis?
Well, you do die eventually, yes.
Do you?
If you have it for long enough, yeah.
Oh!
Sends you mad.
Like King George?
Yeah, but he didn't have syphilis.
Did he not? What did he have?
Didn't they think he had porphyria?
Porphyria.
But they're not really sure, actually.
That's vampirism, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
Is
vampirism.
It? Why is it?
Because one of the best ways to stop yourself having a lot of the symptoms of porphyria is to drink iron-rich blood.
Oh.
And to drink it fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. It was just something that was on an episode of CSI.
Oh, might not be true then.
I don't think it is true.
No.
But, it's worth a punt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of disease you can see on bones. That's
my favourite thing is that archaeologists are stupid.
Why is that your favourite thing?
Well, I've been reading other stuff recently about how archaeologists don't often think outside of their own scope of knowledge, which is awkward when they're looking at things from the past. So, for example, there was a case recently where they found this tool that was made of bone, and they couldn't figure out what it was, and they were like, it must be special! It must be part of
us. It's a shaman's
it must
implement.
Be shamanistic. And for 40 years, they're like, it's shamanistic. Oh my god, shamanistic tool. It's really cool. We found loads of them now. There must have been loads of shamans around here. And eventually they showed it to a leather worker who went, oh, that's a leather burnisher. And they were like, what? And she was like, that's what we use to burnish leather. We still use bone ones today because they're better. And they were like, But it's shamanistic. Oh, ritual leather. And she was
Oh,
like,
no.
no, that's just how you do it. And then they had a group of them in, I think it was Mexico actually, who uncovered all of these obsidian knives that were in the rafters of these old buildings that have been covered in,
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, they must have put them in the rafters so that these knives were closer to the gods.
Oh, yes.
And the one woman on the team went, oh, so the children can't reach them because that's where you'd put knives. This entire team was just like, oh.
But you're so right, though. They always...
Yeah.
They just because I did this masters and it was paleopathology but there were a lot of archaeologists on the course who were had done straight archaeology and were.
Is there gay archaeology?
No, I didn't mean that.
There should be gay archaeology.
Whereas
fabulous, darling.
I did anatomy and actual science, and then I was doing paleopathology, more science. But it was with bones, and so that's anyway. Loads of archaeologists, and they were always saying, they dig up a skeleton. Oh, it looks a bit weird. Shaman. You're like, no, you've only found one. How can you tell? Yeah. Oh, there's only one. It must be the shaman.
No, you need numbers.
Yeah.
You need corroborating evidence.
Yeah. Always making stuff up.
Yeah. Well, apparently the Mexicans confused Western archaeologists, the Mayans in particular, because they, when they had small children, they bound their heads to boards to make their heads different shape depending on the class of society they were from. And that very much confused people because they were all cone-headed. What? The entire town was made of cone heads. It must have been a weird cone-headed thing. And then the Mayans were like, nope, grandmother used to do that, put a board on the back.
It's quite a weird thing to do, though, to be fair.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? But apparently it didn't affect intelligence.
Well, it wouldn't, would you? Because your brain's plastic, basically. So it would just fill the space. Because if you look at people's heads, everyone's got quite different shaped heads.
Have they? They're all fairly rounded.
No, if you look at them.
Not in many octagon faces.
No, well, I was listening to the school kids in my car, and they were going, he's got so-and-so. Yeah, the one with the funny shaped head. And then they were talking about it, and they're going, yeah, I've got quite a weird shaped head. And then I was kind of looking at them in the mirror, and I'm like, yeah, their heads are all different shapes.
And are they weird?
Well, not weird. Just
are they listening to this right now, your school children?
I shouldn't think so.
No.
They're unaware that this is anything I do.
Oh.
To them, I am just a driver.
You probably didn't know your name.
No, they call me by my real name, so I don't ever respond until I think, oh, hang on, that's me.
Your real name being Charles.
Yeah.
Susan?
No.
Mary?
It's a secret.
Is it Dame Professor Shirley Bassey?
Now you know. Yes.
I get the feeling it might be Rebecca.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but they do, honestly. One of them said it the other day, and I was like, oh, hang on, that's me. Yes?
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
No one calls me that.
No. I might stop calling you that.
Well, you can, but I won't respond. I don't.
Well, you get used to it after a while, won't you? And then you respond to it, then you know your own name.
But I don't like it.
You don't like your own name?
I had a boyfriend who used to call me Rebecca. But I didn't like it.
Isn't it a book?
Yeah.
Quite a famous book called Rebecca.
Yeah.
Was it by Jane Austen or was it by Emily Bronte?
I don't know. I should know that, shouldn't I?
It's your own name.
Yeah, but I don't like that name.
There's only
I don't not like it. It's just I've always been called Ribs, so I've not, I don't identify with it. I don't identify as Rebecca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. The fact I like about my name is that it's only ever been used in one song.
Yeah.
And it's a Tori Amos song where she says, would you still love me if Neil made me a tree?
Okay.
And it refers to the point in a Neil Gaiman novel where he created a character based on Tori Amos that was a tree.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Yes, there's a nice little linky between the two there.
Yes, I like that.
That's quite fun, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go and break into someone's home and have a nap.
Yeah.
Like this goat.
You look quite tired. Is that?
I am still...
Is it jet lag?
I think it is.
Why have you got jet lag?
I don't know, I've gone the wrong way for jet lag, haven't I?
Have you?
You only get jet lag when you travel west, don't you?
I don't know. Are you tired?
I'm absolutely
Have you been
shattered.
on a plane?
Yes.
You've got jet lag.
Okay. I don't know if that's the way it works, but...
I think it does.
But the thing is, I keep falling asleep at about 2 o'clock in the morning, which would be about 10 p.m. Mexican time.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like, I'm tired now, I'm going to sleep, whereas...
And then when you wake up in the morning, it's the middle of the night, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible. Stop going on holiday. That's the answer.
I'm just booking my next one.
Oh, good God, where?
I'm hopefully going to the Canary Islands in December.
December? It's October already.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we've got to go in December, because otherwise it's
How
too
long
close
are you
to
going
February
for?
when I'm going away in February.
How long are you going for?
Just a week.
Okay. Because, if you keep going away, Matt's going to take over your spot.
Matt probably will.
You've been listening to And Finally with Ribs and Dill.
we forgot to record this last segment, so I'm doing it on my own. If you enjoyed the episode, then perhaps you can consider subscribing. You could even leave us a review, and you could tell some friends, maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3. And you could also join our Facebook group. Just search for And Finally, or visit our website, ribsanddill.com, or send a carrier pigeon. Well, not a carrier pigeon, a homing pigeon. Are homing pigeons and carrier pigeons the same thing? Now I'm confused. But I'd need one anyway. Don't send a carrier pigeon. Send snail mail. No, you don't know our address. Just go to the website. Anyway, we'll be back next week, and maybe we'll remember to record this part together. Goodbye.